The course is ready. It's the same as last year, except for some minor changes a little bit. It's a 2-kilometer loop, and you can see there's a lot of change this year because it's greener. For the last 2 or 3 years, which we have had the course, the race here, we have always had challenges of very strong winds, and the finish area and the start area was always giving us some challenge because of the wind. But we are thankful this year. We pray to God that it might rain one more time before 22nd. But we are ready. The course is ready. There's a team which has been really on the ground for the last more than 6 months, and I think we have been monitoring. You know, this is a gold label cross country, so we take it very serious. You can see the team who are backing me up today. They had a big race yesterday, but they didn't sleep. They just woke up and came to Sirikwa venue. You know, the first edition of our race, we had a mud area, which was very challenging, and it gave us some negative feedbacks. So we did away with it. The next year we had a steeplechase, which also was, people didn't understand. You know, when you are designing a cross country, you design a cross country, and it's the organizers to design. So long as it's not going to hurt the athletes, you can do anything in the 2-kilometer loop. So the artificial hills which we had last year are there. We are going to have some area we're putting hay. There is something which we had in Kapseret. We borrow from each other. When you go to a cross country and you see something good, it can be accommodated in your race. You bring it. So we have accommodated a water sprinkler because it's going to be hot a little bit. So we want to have some fun, see runners running through that water, and at the same time assisting the athletes.
Country. I want to say that in the organization, we are prepared. Almost 90% of the work is done. So the only thing remaining is the implementation of now the whole plan. When it comes to the publicity of the event, people are eagerly waiting for the event, remembering that this is an invitational event, and it will be one of the biggest events this year, because in this edition, when you look at the course that we are having this time, it's better because of the green that we are having, thanks to the team that has been working on the route. The spectators are also catered for this time. We have a lot of fun for the spectators as they come here, remembering that this event, the main official bit of it in terms of events will be starting at 2, so that gives room for the spectators to really have their time and arrive here. There will be a lot of entertainment at the venue. There will be a lot of information and meeting of the champions that will be coming to attend this event. So everybody is invited for this event, and this year it will be better, and it is getting better as the time goes. I want to say that as a region, we really try our best, because when it comes to this region, remembering that in the region of Rift Valley, this is where most of the athletes come from, and they are used to international standards. So anything that is not meeting the standards, you will have them, boycotting the event. But once the standards are met, most of them are ready to do it. So from the experience and from what they've been observing, do you remember yesterday when we were doing the national cross-country championship, we had even the Olympic champions coming to participate in the 2-kilometer loop. That is also what we are expecting to see here in Sirikwa, and that gives us the morale and the confidence to realize that we're organizing world-class events, and thanks to the Federation for the assistance that they are giving us. Remember, the Federation has managed to train most of these technical officials, the competition directors, the route measurers, the starters, and the other officials, the recorders, and that gives us enough strength in terms of personnel to make sure that the event is well managed.
Since the inception, it has changed completely from a small race to the national race. This is the gold level, which actually is ranked also one of the best cross-country series in the world. We have international athletes from various regions. Those who have already confirmed come from Ethiopia, Uganda. They are also coming from Europe, that is in Germany, USA, and also Britain. So we have a lot of athletes that have already confirmed, and that is why it meets the requirement as per World Athletics that if you have to have a level called race, then definitely you have to have athletes from different countries, and of course the prize money and other areas that is required is met. So this is one of the best cross country that we have had so far, and it is the leading in Africa, the only one in Africa, and of course one of the best in the world. And no, there are no changes for the prize track. It's the same, and it means as I say, it means the conditions for World Athletics, and that's why it remains quality level. I think looking at the past, and of course the events that have taken place in this country, international events so far, has been great. The other officials have already mentioned that Kenya has grown not only in athletics but also organizing events. And I think we are leading now in Africa, and that's what we wanted. We want to transform athletes in this country in a way that it becomes part of the development of athletes, youth athletes, and of course it's indicative of how the federation has done in ensuring that athletes continue. And if you look at our performance both internationally, locally, our federation is actually leading practically everything that we do. There is no other federation in Kenya that matches the organizational structures that starts from the grassroots all the way to nationals, other than Athletics Kenya. This is the best, and we want to show Kenyans and the world that apart from having the best athletes that compete with others in the world, we have organizational skills that matches international standards. The technical team have already mapped on how they are going to invite these athletes. First of all, we have to invite international athletes. That also they have already done. We have to invite also Kenyan athletes, coming from the competition that they have had, so that we give a chance to those athletes that have done well so far in other series, not only in cross country this season, but also the performance going back last year during the Olympic Games, and of course the cross country. So that's what the technical team will be looking at, and ensuring that the athletes that deserve to be here will be brought.